All right, welcome back. I hope you guys enjoyed the stories last week. And so today we have two stories. The first one is called Dog Days of School. Charlie did not like going to school. He was tired of practicing his letters. He was tired of drawing pictures. He was tired of trying to explain himself to the teacher. Charlie was even tired of being tired. There he is, brushing his teeth. Sunday nights were always hard for Charlie. His stomach did flip-flops and he could not fall asleep. "You're lucky you don't have to go to school," Charlie told Norman. Norman rolled over on his back and snored. So Norman's the dog right here, and that's Charlie. Charlie looked out the window and found the brightest star in the sky. "I wish I was a dog," Charlie sighed. There he is, wishing he could be like a dog. On Monday morning, Charlie woke up on the floor. He scratched his ears with his right foot and yawned. Charlie's mother came into the room and patted Norman's head. "It's time to get up for school, sleepyhead," she said. Uh-oh. So look at that, because he wished on the star last night, he woke up as a dog, and there's Norman the dog as the person. Norman jumped down from Charlie's bed. He ate breakfast, he brushed his teeth, and he hurried out the door to catch the bus. Charlie smiled, and he rolled over on his back and snored. Ah. Oh, look how funny the dog's eating the cereal, brushing his teeth, and then he's holding his lunchbox with his mouth. And then Charlie is just sleeping. At school, Norman took Charlie's seat at table 2. The children gave Norman a curious look and went back to practicing their letters. Norman practiced his letters too. So there he is, sitting at the table, and they're all looking at him. Because he doesn't look like a person, he looks like a dog. Back at home, Charlie looked out the window and watched the leaves fall for hours and hours and hours. There he is, watching all the leaves fall. On Tuesday, Norman went to school and made a clay sculpture and a food pyramid. He ate birthday cupcakes and took a long cold drink from the water fountain. Charlie ate dry biscuits and took a long cold drink from the toilet. Ew. So look at that. There's Norman doing all the things Charlie would normally do at school. And then there's Charlie drinking out of the toilet. That's pretty gross. On Wednesday, Norman learned how to play house and kickball and maracas. Charlie learned how to fetch and how to not. Uh-oh. Look at that, now he's being chased by a skunk. And then there's Norman learning how to play maracas. On Thursday, Norman built a house out of blocks and painted a self-portrait and went on a field trip. There's Norman, he built himself a doghouse at school. There's a painting of him, and there they are on the field trip. Charlie went on a field trip too. Here he is at the dog park, it looks like. On Friday, Norman ran into some trouble with the scissors and glue. The teacher scolded him for chewing on his pencil and the table and her shoes. And he had to sit through a long, awful, boring story about a cat. Across town, Charlie had to sit through a long, awful, boring day at the dog groomers. Look at how funny. He got the scissors stuck on his nose. He was chewing the pencil. He had to listen to a story about a cat. And there's Charlie being groomed like a dog. The weekend wasn't much better. Norman tried to play soccer, he tried to sit through a movie, and he tried to finish a triple hot fudge banana sundae with extra whipped cream. Meanwhile, there's Norman going through all what a normal person would do on the weekends, maybe. And here's Charlie, looks like he's eating the flowers or digging something up. Charlie spent his weekend locked up in the laundry room. So look at that, because he was doing the stuff to the flowers, now he's in trouble. By Sunday evening, Charlie had had enough. He tried to write his parents a note, but they couldn't read it. He tried to draw them a picture, but it wasn't very good. He tried explaining to them, "I'm not Norman," but his parents only heard, "Woof, woof, woof." "Bad dog," said Charlie's mother, and she put him outside in the cold. So it looks like Charlie no longer wants to be a dog. The wind howled and Charlie shivered. Creepy shadows danced across the lawn. Charlie's stomach did flip-flops and he could not fall asleep. He looked up at the stars and sniffed. "I really wish I was a boy again." There he is, in the doghouse, wishing he was a regular boy again. On Monday morning, Charlie woke up in his own bed. His mother came into the room and kissed his forehead. "Time to get up for school, Charlie," she said. Oh, look at that. Now they're back to normal. Charlie jumped out of bed. He got dressed. He ate breakfast. He brushed his teeth. Charlie went to school. There he is doing all of his morning routines and getting on the school bus. And Norman took a very, very long nap. There's Norman on the couch sleeping. Alright, so that was the first story. And then the second one is called Dragon Was Terrible. Dragon was terrible. Naturally, dragons have a bit of terrible in them because they're dragons after all. But this dragon here, super terrible. So here's the dragon, and this looks like the town where he might live. He stomped on flowers, he played tricks on the guards, and he spit on cupcakes. Who does that? Dragon, that's who. There he's stomping on flowers. And look at that, he pulled down the guard's pants. And then he's spitting on all the cupcakes. That's not good. That's not all. He scribbled in books. He threw sand. And he took candy away from baby unicorns. Honestly, that's terrible. He seems like a really bad guy. He's just scribbling in all the books. He's throwing sand at people. And he's taking candy away from little unicorns. He doesn't seem like a good person. The king had had enough. "Enough," he said, and he posted this sign. "Brave knights, whoever shall tame the terrible dragon shall be rewarded with a gift. It shall be a nice gift. Ye shall like it. His Royal Majesty the King." So there's the king. And there's the letter that he posted for all the knights. So if they tame them, or if they tame the dragon, they get a good gift. The knights lined up to show off their dragon taming skills. They all failed miserably. The dragon just grew more terrible. So they all are lined up trying to tame him. And it looks like they're all failing. He chased fuzzy yellow ducklings around the moat. He TP'd the castle. And he burned every last royal marshmallow to a blackened crisp. So look at that. He's chasing little baby ducks around. and he threw toilet paper all over the castle, and he's burning all the marshmallows. Oh, that's just not good. The villagers had had enough. Enough, they said, and they posted this sign: "Brave people, whoever shall tame the terrible dragon shall be rewarded with a gift from the king. It shall be a nice gift, we hope. Ye shall like it, perhaps. His Royal Majesty the King." So there they are. They changed around the letter a bit, and there they all are, very angry because they want the dragon to be tamed. Ordinary blokes and lassies lined up to try their hand at taming the dragon. They all failed, embarrassingly so. And just when you thought it wasn't possible, dragon grew even more terrible. So there they all are. There are all the villagers trying to tame the dragon, and once again, they're all failing. He popped birthday balloons, he drew funny faces on the drawbridge, and he burped in church, loudly. Honestly, that's terrible and rude. Uh-oh, so imagine, he goes to the birthday parties and pops all the balloons, he draws stuff on the drawbridge, and he burps in church. That's just not good. A boy wearing a feathered cap and a look of determination had had enough. Only he didn't say enough, like you thought he would. Instead, he sketched a story. So here's the boy. There he is sketching out his story that he's going to make. The next day, Dragon followed a trail of marshmallows to a shady tree where the boy was reading. So there's Dragon. Look, he collected all the marshmallows that were left in a trail for him. And there's the boy reading. The boy spied the dragon out of the corner of his eyes and began to read aloud in a booming voice. "And then the brave dragon swooped in to save the princess," he said. Dragon stopped in his tracks. So he's reading a story, and the dragon's kind of now interested in what he was saying. Look at that. He's eating all the marshmallows. But the terrible knight pulled out his wicked sword. Dragon pretended not to listen. The brave dragon roared, and the fraidy cat knight trembled in his boots. Dragon pretended to walk away. So the boy keeps reading the story, and it does interest the dragon, but he's trying to pretend like it doesn't, as he's pretending not to listen, and there he's pretending to walk away. A crowd began to gather, and the dragon took cover in a tree. The boy continued reading, page after page after page, until... So there's the crowd all gathering, and there's the dragon in the tree. Snap! Crash! Dragon landed on the ground with a terrible thud. The crowd gasped. The dragon roared. Uh-oh. So there's the crowd, there's the king, and they're all scared because he's roaring. It looks like he fell out of the tree. The clever boy didn't flinch. He reached out a hand to the dragon and said, "Would you like to hear how the story ends?" And just when you thought it wasn't possible. So there's the boy asking Dragon if he wants to hear the rest of the story. And just when you thought it wasn't possible, Dragon smiled, and he took a seat beneath the tree with the other children. Honestly, that's adorable. So look at that. He does want to listen to the rest of the story, and there he is with the kids. There's the boy probably about to read again. The king cheered, the villagers cheered, the baby unicorn and fuzzy ducklings cheered the loudest of all. At long last, the terrible dragon had been tamed. The end. Oh, look at that. There they all are. There are all the cute little ducklings, the baby unicorn, and the king. Because the little boy was able to tame the dragon from reading. Hey, wait. what about the reward? Oh yes, that. The gift was a new friend, a nice dragon, of course. So look at that. He got a new friend because that was his reward for taming the dragon. And that's the end. So I really hope you guys enjoyed those, and I can't wait to read to you guys tomorrow.